If you're new to VoiceOver or a content creator that's looking for a professional way to add voiceovers to your projects, then one of the best ways you can do this, and the cheapest, is a product called Audacity. Audacity is a free open source piece of software that you can download right now to Mac or PC and start recording voiceovers, then do editing and processing and make them sound so much more professional. When I'm coaching new voice actors, the first place usually that I send them is Audacity, just to get used to recording their own voice. The cool thing about Audacity, once again, is that it is free and that you can start recording now, and you can even add effects and other things to your recordings to make them sound more pro. So what I'm going to do in this video is take you through the initial setup of Audacity. I'm going to show you how to record a simple voiceover and export it out to your computer. I'm also going to show you not one, but two ways that you can make Audacity look and feel and even perform like some of the more expensive software. And if you're new here, my name's Mike Hathcote. I'm a full-time voice actor, and I run the VoiceOver Blueprint training program and this YouTube channel, where our goal is to give you actionable, free insights on how to grow and sustain your voiceover business. And if you're interested in learning voiceover and want to go a bit deeper into how the industry actually works, then I host a weekly webinar on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where I delve in a little bit deeper into voiceover. I take you through the steps to get started. I'll answer any questions you may have right on the call. And just for showing up, I'll also throw in a book, my book, The Voiceover Blueprint. This is the book that I wish I had when I started VoiceOver. You'll get that for absolutely nothing, as well as 4 free additional gifts. So if you want to click that link down below in the description to sign up for free, feel free to do that, and I'll see you there. But for now, let's get back into Audacity. All right, here we are in Audacity. So the first thing I want to show you is how to make sure that your right inputs and outputs are set. So you want to make sure that your microphone and your playback is all set up right. So the first thing we're going to do is go up here to the audio setup button right here. Go down to playback device, and you want to select which item you want to play your recordings back on. It could be your headphones, it can be external speakers, whatever. Just make sure that you're selecting the right output here. And then when we go to recording devices, we're going to select the input, in other words, our microphone. So in this case, I'm going to select the Scarlett Solo USB, which is what I have for my interface. That is selected there. So now we've got the inputs and outputs selected. Okay, now I want to show you the first of the two things I was going to talk about how to set this up to where it looks a little bit more like some of the more expensive DAWs. And the first thing we're going to do over here is we're going to go to the Audacity menu here. Drop this down to Preferences, and this may be a little bit different on a PC. It's probably under the File menu and maybe Edit Preferences, but on a Mac it's under Preferences. So we're going to click Preferences. Interface is what we want to click on here. And I like to, if at all possible, in any app that I work in, I like to make sure that my theme is a dark theme. So I'm going to go here and click on Dark and click OK. And now I've got the dark theme on my app because I just prefer that look. So that's number one thing that you can do to make sure your DAW looks a little bit more professional. Not that it really matters. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to open up a new file to start recording. So we're going to go up to File, New. Now we've got a new file that's ready. Now, literally all we have to do is hit record. Now I've got a script pulled up that I'm going to read from. It's an Ace Hardware store script that I just did for earlier today, but I'm going to go ahead and read that just as a test. So I'm just going to hit record. And as you see, it's recording there, and you can see it is recording my voice. Jump over here to this script. Big news! Your neighborhood Westlake Ace Hardware of San Leandro is now open. Stop in today to find top brands, great deals, especially with the red hot buys. Helpful advice and everything you need for your home and yard. I think that's probably enough. Then I always hit the space bar to stop. That's your start and stop, or your play and stop. Okay, so here is my original recording. And you can zoom in and zoom out right here. So if I want to zoom in a little bit, or zoom out, sorry. And that's my full recording. If I want to zoom in, I can just click the plus sign here and zoom in a little bit. Now here's the second thing I want to show you on how to make this thing look like one of the more expensive DAWs. If we go right up here to this first track and we click on these three dots and we go into the multi-view, that actually gives us, and we can, by the way, we can hover over this and kind of drop it down so it's a little bit more noticeable. We can actually have a spectral view down here, which is what a lot of the more expensive DAWs have that a lot of people don't realize that Audacity has. So if you put it in here underneath, this makes it really easy to see a lot of the, noises and anomalies and breaths that you normally wouldn't be able to see if you were just looking at the waveform. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to click and drag and highlight all the space before the beginning of my recording. So once I've highlighted that, click on delete. And let's just play this all the way. As you see, it's recording there and you can see it. Oh yeah, that's where I was actually saying stuff beforehand. So I want to delete all that. So I'm going to highlight all that, delete it. Now I can play it. Jump over here to this script. Oh, see, still didn't delete enough. Going to do that. Now we'll get into it. Big news! Your neighborhood Westlake Ace Hardware of San Leandro is now open. Stop in today to find top brands, great deals, especially with the red hot buys. Helpful advice and everything you need for your home and yard. Okay, so I don't need anything after that, so I'm going to highlight all that, delete. Now, I've got these big spaces in here that I don't want to have because I want this to kind of, go along pretty quickly. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And then, as you can see here, if I highlight that, you see all this area down here, that's a breath and a little mouth click. I can highlight all of that and really tighten this up. So I'll highlight that, delete. Same over here, highlight that, delete. And same here, highlight that, delete. Okay, now this will go a little faster. Big news! Your neighborhood Westlake Ace Hardware of San Leandro is now open. Stop in today to find top brands, great deals, especially with the red hot buys, helpful advice, and everything you need for your home and yard. Okay, so that's just a portion of that script, but that gives you an idea of how to actually add any kind of voiceover to your project. Now, if you want to add any effects, maybe it's EQ or compression or things like that, you can go up here to the Effects tab, and down here you'll find all the different things for, EQ and pitch and tempo and just all kinds of stuff. You probably won't need to use a lot of these, but if you're working with a recording engineer, they should be able to set you up with an effects rack that is applied to Audacity in order to make your recording sound as pro as possible. Okay, so let's say that you've got your voiceover recording now and you want to add more elements like music. Well, it's just as easy as dropping in the music file into the second track. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my Finder here, grab this little bit of music, drop it in here, just click and drag it over, and you'll see it there. As you can see here, it's way longer than the voice recording, so we don't need most of that. So I'm going to highlight most of this and just click delete. And then I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so we have some room to work here. And the voice is always way lower than the music when we first start. So what I'm going to do first, just to give us a starting place, is I'm going to take the the music recording, and I'm going to drop it down pretty low so that we can kind of hear where we're going here. And then I'm going to grab the edge of this and slide it in a little bit closer to the end of the spot. And let's see what this sounds like. Big news! Your neighborhood Westlake Ace Hardware of San Leandro is now open. Stop in today to find top brands, great deals, especially with the red hot buys, helpful advice, and everything you need for your home and yard. All right, so we've added music. And if you want to add even more stuff like sound effects or whatever, you can just keep adding new tracks by just dropping them in, and it'll just add a new track automatically. Okay, once you've gotten everything recorded and it's to your liking, then you need to save it to your computer or export it. So we're going to go up here to File. we're going to go to Export Audio, Export to Computer, and I'm going to just click Don't Show This Again so it won't pop this every time. And then you'll name it. You'll browse to where you want to save it. Here's an important one. When you drop this down, you can save it as any of these file types. It defaults to MP3, but if you want to save it to a WAV file, then you can just click WAV right there. And of course, your sample rate and bit rate are all here. You can adjust those as you need to. I usually record in 48,000 hertz, but 44,100 will also work, so either of these two. Every now and then, someone might need you to record in a different setting than these two, but those are the ones you're going to probably use the most. And also notice that it has changed to stereo. And I know we started with a mono track because it was voice, but because we've added music, it automatically converted it to a stereo track. So anytime you're using anything other than or on top of a voice, you're going to be using stereo. So then we'll just click Export. And it's exported. And there it is, Audacity. Very simple way to record your voiceovers and edit them, make them sound much more professional, whether you're a voice actor or a content creator or whatever you're using. Now, I will say this works best with an external microphone, whether you use a USB microphone or an XLR microphone. If you're working with a built-in microphone, that's not advised, but it's still doable, but it's best to use an external microphone for this. Well, thanks again for hanging out. I appreciate it. If you like these kinds of videos on tips and tricks on how to grow and sustain your voiceover career, then feel free to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. That's the best way to help our little channel out here. And once again, don't forget that webinar coming up this Tuesday at 6 p.m. If you want to learn a little bit more or even a lot more about how to be a voice actor, you can attend for absolutely free. You'll get a copy of the book, The Voiceover Blueprint, the audiobook, as well as the downloadable PDF, plus 4 free additional gifts just for showing up. Hope to see you there. And as I mentioned before, Audacity is just one of several different DAWs out there, or digital audio workspaces. And so if you want to get a breakdown of lots of different ones that are out there to use, both free and paid, then check out this video I made right there.